Let me start with something most people never hear. Stronger does not mean better. And one of the most common mistakes people make in intimacy is using too much pressure without even realizing it. Not because they don't care, but because no one ever taught them how the human nervous system actually responds to touch. So they assume more effort equals more connection, more intensity equals more pleasure, more pressure equals stronger response. But in reality, too much pressure often does the opposite. It reduces sensitivity, it creates tension, and slowly disconnects the experience instead of deepening it. Today, we're going to talk about why this happens and how small adjustments completely change how touch feels. Stay with me because this insight alone fixes a mistake many people repeat for years. Most people learn touch through imitation or guessing. There's rarely real education around it. So when uncertainty appears, the natural reaction is to try harder. Hands move faster, pressure increases, movements become more deliberate. But the nervous system doesn't interpret intensity as care. It interprets intensity as stimulation load. And when stimulation becomes too strong, the brain protects itself by reducing sensitivity. This is called sensory adaptation. Your brain literally turns down sensation when input becomes overwhelming. So instead of increasing connection, excessive pressure makes sensation fade. That's the paradox. Trying harder often makes people feel less. If this already surprises you, comment awareness below, because awareness is where real improvement begins. Here's the tricky part. You cannot feel how your touch feels to another person. You only feel your intention. So if your intention is positive, you assume the experience matches. But touch communicates energy, not intention. When pressure is too strong, the body subtly tightens. Breathing becomes shallow. Muscles resist instead of relax. And relaxation is essential for responsiveness. Without relaxation, connection struggles to grow. The human body responds best to gradual stimulation, not sudden intensity. Think about adjusting to cold water. If you jump in instantly, the body shocks. If you enter slowly, the body adapts comfortably. Touch works the same way. Gentle beginnings allow the nervous system to open. Gradual increase builds anticipation. Anticipation amplifies sensation, and amplified sensation creates stronger emotional memory. Before we continue, a quick note. This video and channel are for educational purposes only and do not provide medical advice. Always consult a qualified professional for medical concerns or persistent health issues. Now let's talk about what actually works instead. 1. Start softer than you think. Most people begin at intensity levels 6 or 7. The nervous system prefers starting at 2 or 3. Soft touch creates curiosity. Curiosity increases attention. Attention increases sensation. Slower beginnings create stronger endings. 2. Let response guide you. Instead of deciding pressure beforehand, observe feedback. Look for relaxed breathing, body leaning closer, natural rhythm changes. Responsive touch always feels better than scripted movement. Connection is a conversation, not a performance. 3. Use variation, not force. The brain notices contrast. Light touch followed by pause, slow movement followed by stillness. Variation keeps sensory pathways engaged. Constant pressure becomes predictable, and predictability reduces stimulation. Small changes create big differences. Here's something interesting. When you stop trying to impress and start paying attention, pressure disappears. Confidence grows naturally because you're no longer guessing, you're responding, and responsiveness feels authentic. People rarely remember exact movements. They remember how safe, seen, and relaxed they felt. That emotional imprint matters more than intensity ever will. Next time, reduce pressure by about 30%. Slow movements slightly. Pause more often than feels natural. Notice reactions instead of rushing forward. You'll likely observe something surprising. Connection increases without extra effort because comfort unlocks responsiveness. If you're finding value in this kind of honest, science-based coaching, subscribe and turn on notifications. This channel focuses on understanding, not myths or guesswork. Great connection isn't created through force, it's created through awareness. Too much pressure often comes from anxiety, wanting to do well, but calm attention always outperforms intensity. The right touch feels intentional, relaxed, and responsive, not rushed, not forced, not overwhelming. Let me leave you with this. Connection grows when the body feels safe enough to open, and safety is communicated through calm, controlled, attentive touch. Sometimes improving intimacy isn't about doing more, it's about doing less with greater awareness. Drop a comment below. Were you surprised that lighter touch can feel stronger? I read every comment, and if this helped you understand something new, share it with someone who might benefit from hearing it too, because small awareness changes create big relationship shifts. I'll see you in the next video.